Welcome, everyone, to week 7 of Boss Up Academy. As you know by now, I'm Krista, and with me is,
I'm Megan.
and we're here to give you a little bit of a different coaching today. We're definitely going to have objectives and assignments, but it's going to be delivered in a slightly different way because the inspiration for week 7 is to teach you how to run your own power hour. Now, what a power hour is designated time that you set in your schedule because you are your own boss of time that you are allocating just to work on your business. And you can use this across the board for different parts of your business outside of USANA and your life. But this focused time, you're going to find that you are going to get better results and you're going to just feel more empowered in this hour than taking action all over the place and then looking at the results and maybe they're not where you want them to be. So this is a really great way to measure and to kind of focus in on getting down to business. All right, Meg, you ready?
Ready.
Okay, so the very first thing you're going to do when you're hosting your own power hour is to get your office or your work area, even if you're at a Starbucks or wherever you're working, ready. Megan, what tips do you have on just getting ready for your power hour?
I would say no distractions. So for me, I don't always work in my office. A lot of times I actually work at like my dining room table or at my kitchen counter or wherever, or at my spa. So I always just have no distractions, simply just notebook, phone, laptop, whatever it is that you need and nothing else.
Exactly. And it may also mean communicating with anyone else in the house to say, hey guys, I am shutting my office doors or I'm going to be here at the table. Please don't ask me for anything for an hour. Okay. It might mean that. It might mean putting your phone on do not disturb as well, possibly. And just again, getting rid of those distractions. Make sure that you have a notebook dedicated to your power hour sessions, a couple pens and a highlighter or whatever you use to write with, and maybe a, nice mug of tea, whatever you need to just really get set up, even doing a little bit of kind of maybe a little tidying if you need to, if you feel like there's some clutter around you. So right now, what you'd want to do is press pause on this video and just get your area ready. All right, so press pause. Okay, so now that you're back and you've tidied your work session, the next thing that we want to do, so that should have only taken a couple minutes. If you ended up reorganizing your office or doing the dishes, that is not what we're doing here. It's just about, getting, there might be complete chaos happening. You just want to clear your work area, okay? So the next thing you want to do is check in with your physical body to make sure that you are in the right energetic space to connect with people. This is really important because if you're not, you're probably not going to get the results or the responses that you're hoping for or that you deserve, right? Because you are in this to win it, right? So make sure that your physical energy is good. So this might mean just getting off your chair for a second here, moving your dog off your lap. Okay. And it could just mean like just shaking off your energy, maybe doing some arm circles, maybe doing a couple downward dogs, shaking it out, whatever you need to do to just make sure that your physical energy is good. Okay. So you can dance around, whatever, but just press pause right now and just kind of get your energy up. Even if you're jumping in the spot, like clapping your hands, like whatever it is, just get your physical energy up before you connect with absolutely anyone or do any live content, any stories, anything like that. So go ahead and press pause right now and get your physical energy up. All right, we're back. Next, we are going to get into mindset. So Meg, I know this is such an easy thing to do. So we're going to do a couple minutes to get our office ready. We're going to do a couple minutes to just move our body, not even minutes, like maybe 60 seconds. And then we're going to just check in with our mindset, make sure our mindset is right. So Meg, what are a few of your go-to resources just for like a power thought or just to kind of like get you in the right mindset?
Yeah, I love short, sweet podcasts, or even like something that I've listened to, some audio that I've listened to in the past. I'll just go back and listen to a certain part that will just, yeah, help shift my mindset, because I'm a busy mom. And half the time when I sit down, it's like after chaos ensued. So trying to get everyone settled. So I need a minute just to check in with my mindset. So Jim Rohn is an amazing resource. If you don't know about Jim Rohn yet, definitely look up one of his quotes or one of his audios and just listen to something quick.
Absolutely. And you can also go on Instagram, just pull up the IG No Shame Sales Game. No Shame Sales Game. Don't sign up for anything here, but just you can quickly scroll through and see if there's a quote that stands out for you. For example, something that she posted recently: the business model works, but you have to too. That's what we're doing right now. All right. Okay. So just press pause right now and go. Just make sure your mindset is right. Don't get distracted. Okay. So just search Jim Rohn quote, No Shame Sales Game, or maybe it's a favorite quote from your Boss Up Academy, different posts that we've done, but something right now. Write down an affirmation, spend a couple minutes just to get your mind right. All right. We're back. So now we're going to get into our very first challenge. And this challenge is, it's definitely something that you want to do every single day. And this whole power hour session is rinse and repeat. So the first thing that we're going to do before we reach out to anyone as challenge number 1 is to grab any USANA product that's nearby. So grab a product or two. I have Copa Prime right next to me. What else do I got? I got some vitamin D. I have some Rev 3. I always have multiple products within my reach. So grab a few products that are near you, and we're just going to hop on Instagram stories, and create a easy, fun piece of content. Okay. So if you're following Megan and I hope you are, you're going to see us just really incorporate this really naturally. It's not like, check out the Copa Prime. No, it's not that. It's like, hey guys, I'm about to start my work session and I'm going to take a Copa Prime. I love this supplement. It really helps keep me sharp during my work days. Hope you guys are having a great day. You can do a boomerang. You can do multiple things, but just keep it short and sweet, but create something on Instagram stories right now. Meg, do you have anything you want to share before we have them press pause and do it?
Yeah, like very simple. Like this morning, for example, so it's Monday and I always like to do a mask on my skin on Monday. So as I was getting ready this morning, I popped my charcoal scrub and mask on, and I just did a quick little boomerang holding the bottle. Like it's just super, super simple.
Love it. Mask and Mondays. And you can totally have a mask on during power hour. Why not? Okay, go ahead and press pause and do a quick piece of content right now. Okay, we're back. All right, so now that you did that, and hopefully you're not overthinking it, hopefully you're not like over analyzing it, because it's Instagram stories. It only lasts for 24 hours, right? And you can also delete it if you really hate it, but we really want you guys to get comfortable just putting stuff out there and not worrying about how many people like it, if they like it, what people thought. You might be way beyond that by now, but if you follow some of the best people in this industry, you know they do not care. They are not over analyzing. And in fact, I probably have room to grow in this space. Meg, what about you?
I feel the same, but I feel as though Instagram stories is the perfect place that you can be perfectly imperfect and be you, because yes, it only lasts 24 hours. And if you do absolutely dislike what you posted, you can delete it. But this is where people see the real you. So the more real and authentic you show up there, the better, the more they're going to connect with you on a personal level.
Awesome. All right. So now that you've done that, and ideally you are doing this every single day, because it's going to make the next challenge make a lot more sense. Okay. So if you're putting this content out just in a really casual way, again, not selling USANA, but to share and just incorporate into your life, this next part's going to come a lot easier. All right. So here we go. So the challenge number 2 is to leverage a script, either some sort of version that I'm going to give you right now, and or making it your very own. But you do want to use a script so that you can really quickly hammer out 20, 30, 35 messages in one given hour with little sweat. And you didn't have to overthink it. You're just getting it done. So I'm going to go ahead and read a version to you right now. And then you're going to press pause and you're going to craft this and make this your own. I'm going to read it a few times and then I'll pass it over to Meg to see any tweaks that you would make to make it your own as well. And this example is actually coming from a very successful associate who used this just recently this past week, and he enrolled 8 customers in 2 days using this script. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to use Megan as the person that I'm contacting. So, hi Megan, random question. I have a side goal this year to connect the most people with something from the USANA product line that adds value to them. If I sent you a link to my personal website, would you check it out? Hope you're well, my friend. Let me go ahead and read it again. Hi Megan, random question. I have a side goal this year to connect the most people with something from the USANA product line that adds value to them. If I sent you a link to my personal website, would you check it out? Hope you're well, my friend. So the most important part of that script is, if I sent you a link to my personal website, would you check it out? That is the most important sentence and the question right there. Over to you, Meg.
Yes, and that sentence can be plugged into so many different things. So one that I like to use is that script exactly, pretty much, except instead of it being my goal is to help people upgrade their supplements or their skincare or whatever it is that you're choosing, or their protein, their smoothie mix, whatever it is that you're choosing. You can make it even more specific. But yes, like, if I sent you my personal link, would you check it out?
There we go. If I sent you a link to my personal website, would you check it out? That is the ask. You're not asking them to buy anything, to commit to anything, just to check it out, right? So right now you want to go ahead and press pause. I'm going to read it one more time, okay? Just so that you could hear it one more time from me. And then I want you to start to craft your own script that you can have saved on your phone, in your notes on your phone, and you can go to for every power hour, even if your power hour is in your car. And the tidying up literally meant like tidying up your car, okay? This can happen absolutely anywhere. Hi, Megan. Random question. I have a side goal this year to connect the most people with something from the USANA product line that adds value to them. If I sent you a link to my personal website, would you check it out? I hope you're well, my friend. All right, so there you go. That's one last time. And there's a zillion versions of this that you can make your own. And again, you can really customize this to your niche as well, to the project from last week that you're working on, right? Maybe you're working on a specific project around a certain area that you're helping people with. Make it your own, but the ask is very simple. And you could ask absolutely anyone to check out your personal website. So go ahead and press pause now and make it your own. Okay, we're back. I love this. Okay, so challenge number 3 for your power hour. Again, this is rinse and repeat. You can use this over and over and over again, this whole system, because we got ready, right? We moved our bodies, we got our mind right, we did a little bit of social media action, and then we sent out a number of scripts, right? So you just actually made it your own. So if you have not yet sent out 20, well, how much do you say, Meg? How much
I
would
love
you
20 as a goal, because with this script, it's simple. You can send it to 20 people.
Yeah. So just, just a minute ago when I asked you guys to pause and create your script, at this point, you may already have one if you're listening to this for the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 100th time. But if you know that each day, at the bare minimum, you are asking 20 people to check out your website, my goodness, where you'll be in 3 months, 6 months, a year would blow your mind. Okay. So if you haven't yet messaged 20 people, Again, go ahead and press pause right now and get that done. Super simple, but I'll tell you something right now. This simple step may just be what you resist the hardest. Don't do it. You deserve results, and this is what's going to get it done. Okay. All right. So press pause if you haven't already sent it out to 20. And now we're going to move on to the last part of Power Hour, which is challenge number 3. And without this step here, a lot of your work, a lot of your messages will never really be fully realized without the follow-up. The fortune's in the follow-up. You've heard it 5,000 times already through Boss Up Academy. And we'll say it 5,000 more because this is really how we really bring things to the end goal, right? And also deliver that amazing customer service. So for the follow-ups, I'll pass it over to you, Meg. What kind of follow-ups are we going to do in Power Hour based on the script we just did, and also maybe other follow-ups that we would make?
Yeah. So with the script that we just did, so people are either going to respond yes or no, thank you, or not right now. Those no thank yous and not right nows are not no's forever. So keep those people on your names list and you can circle back to them at a later date. But the people who said yes and want to see your link, want to check it out, just simply send them their link and let them know to get back to you if they have any questions. So simple. So if they do have questions, then that's where you can direct them to the right product resource, ask the scientist, whichever it is, but you want to keep those conversations going.
Absolutely. So when they do respond yes, that they'll check out your website and you send it, that's an easy follow-up. Right? Do you have any questions? Did anything catch your eye, etc.? Right? Perfect. So other follow-ups that you would do during this section of your own Power Hour would be following up with existing customers, right? So people who are already customers. Once they're our customer, the follow-up is not done, right? Because we want to make sure that they're experiencing the full benefits of the multiple USANA product lines, that their auto order is good, things like that, right? Also, you can follow up with people that you've sampled to. And last week we spoke a lot about sampling, and there's a whole business strategy for growth around sampling. It's so easy, right? So everywhere you go, have your samples, have your Rev, have your detox tea, your watermelon electrolyte drink, have those just easy in your bag, right? Probiotic sticks, things that are easy to sample. Okay. Also follow up with people who have commented on your posts, right? That's really that's low hanging fruit. Okay. So if they're showing up and taking the time to comment, even non-USANA related posts, these are people that are really interested and invested in what you do. They know you, they like you, they trust you. Okay. So reaching out to those people in a follow-up makes sense because maybe you have a string of conversations going on with them, or maybe that kind of prompts you to send the script from above, right? Would you check out my website? Right? Would you check out my personal website? I bet you they'd say yes, especially those people, right? Also, people that you're currently in talks with for the business, right? For Boss Up Academy, for the USANA business. I know that a lot of you right now are in conversations, people who are feeling it out, people who are asking questions. And for them especially, the fortune is absolutely in the follow-up because it's not just about getting that yes, it's really about them seeing a bigger picture, right? So for example, for the one of the last follow-ups I did for the business, she was really kind of caught up in a lot of details. And I said, I will go through all of those details with you. I said, but the bigger question is, why do you want to do this? Right? Because if that why is big enough, well, then all of these details are going to make sense, right? But if that why is not big enough and not strong enough, then right now it's almost like she'd be poking holes, right? So it's like, let's actually take a few steps back and say, why do you want to do this again, right? Because at the end of the game, and at the end of the day, we've covered this, I think, in the early weeks of Boss Up Academy, is every decision is an emotional one, right? Whether they're coming on board for the jump start or for getting their kids vitamins, right? It still comes in, okay, why do you want to do this, right? So that why is really important in the follow-up. Back to you, Meg.
Yeah, and asking those questions to and like making that emotional connection is so important because it's not going to feel salesy to you because it's not about the sale in the end. It's about helping them, supporting them with whatever it is that you're offering them. So the follow-up is all about just asking questions and leading them to that yes.
Beautiful. So right now you're going to go ahead and press pause and do your follow-up. So if you've been in this for a while and have been really consistent, your pipeline is likely really full. So doing follow-ups is probably really easy. But if you haven't really had that consistent effort yet, maybe your follow-ups are only a handful. That's okay. The idea here is to always have an abundant amount of people to follow up with and touch base with all the time, and that will come. So right now, based on how much time you've allocated for this power hour, you would press pause right now and do your follow-ups. Okay, so now for the very last part of your power hour, and I think this is a very important step. And I will say that I haven't always done it. And I think that this here could be a game changer for keeping you on point, especially if you live a busy life and this isn't the only thing that you do. So the last thing you're going to do for your fourth challenge for Power Hour is in your notebook here, which you've been taking notes on who you're reaching out to, etc. Just put the date and just put a few notes of where you need to start for your next power hour. So who are the first people that you're going to contact on your next power hour? Who are the people you're going to follow up with? And just have an active place to go where you're like, oh yeah, I did want to reach out to this person, this person, this person, and I need to follow up with these people, right? Because the biggest lie you could tell yourself is that you're just going to remember. Like it's just not, that's not a thing, okay? Doesn't matter how much Copaprime that you take, and also give your brain some space and some rest by putting it on paper so you don't have to think about it.
And this is where it won't feel so overwhelming either. So you're not going to feel like you're constantly on your phone all day, like responding to people and having to remember where you left off. So I love to make those notes and then just close up my book and then go and be with my family or get back to work with my clients at my spa. So it's just so simple to, like shut my brain off in that moment for that work that I was doing and move on to enjoy like life and things I was doing before. So you're not always responding to people. As soon as you sit back down, open up your notebook, you know where you left off.
Yeah, and you're elevating your professionalism too, right? So you can tell your customers, I'm back in my office tomorrow at noon, tomorrow at 1, whatever your work time is, tomorrow at 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and I can take care of your order then. It also creates a different conversation. It creates more urgency too in the follow-up. I place my orders, at this time. I do my USANA stuff at this time, right? So people know that is the time where you'll be in your business. Those are your office hours. All right. So we hope that this video serves you well, not just for week 7 of Boss Up Academy, but as an ongoing tool so that you can host your very own power hours for yourself wherever you are, like at any time. You can do them at 1 o'clock in the morning. This is your business. You're the boss. But really, at the end of the day, it's about this action. Meg, I'll let you close up and we will say goodbye for week 7.
And I think this was such a good learning for this is a business. So the more you treat it like a business, the more it's going to pay you like a business. So by setting those office hours, setting those power hours, it's going to feel more like a business as well. So yes, refer back to this week as much as possible, but this is where the magic happens.
Amazing. Bye everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into week 7. We'll see you for week 8. Bye.